We are the Recovery Street Film Festival 2025, and this is Making Your Own Short Film with me, the creative director. So, I'm sure you kind of know what you've heard of the Recovery Street Film Festival before, and Rob could probably tell you more than me because he's been on it for many years. It aims to connect people with lived experience of substance use to the wider public, reduce stigma, and inspire others to seek help through the power of personal stories. Over 10 years, the Recovery Street Film Festival has been inviting entries from amateur filmmakers whose films speak to the strength and power of the communities that people have built around them. And they are testament to transformation and a celebration of hope, authenticity, and courage. From its early days of organising screenings in public places, community spaces, and literally out on the street, the festival has grown to become a national event, with entries being viewed over 1 million times. And there, for those who haven't seen them, are some examples of the films that we've had over the years. We've actually got quite an archive because we've got like 10 years worth, I think, of
Oh,
films. Yeah, it's very interesting.
yeah,
And I should say that we do certainly have a date and a time and a
yeah.
venue. So that is Saturday, the 27th of September, from 1 till 5 o'clock. And we are doing it in Islington, the London Borough of Islington at the London Screen Academy. We'll be playing the 10 shortlisted films. There may be a celeb or two there. We'll be having a performance or two. And then we're having an after party from Sober Events. So it's going to be fantastic. And the next page, please. Right, so we are looking for 1 to 3 minute films on the theme of creative healing. And creativity has the power to heal, to transform, and to reconnect us with ourselves. This year's theme explores the profound ways artistic expression can nurture the soul, from painting to poetry, theatre to dance, music to meditation. Creativity serves as a powerful holistic tool for recovery. Um, so, creative healing highlights how storytelling can support recovery and well-being. It celebrates creativity as a powerful tool of transformation, growth, and self-connection. And but the question is this:
Okay.
how do you express your creativity? How has it helped you in recovery? And that is what we want the films to be.
Aha.
Lovely. So with the mind mapping, if you've got your paper there and a pen, so on a piece of paper, write down any ideas that come to mind when you think about the creative healing that you've used in your recovery. And you know what? It doesn't have to be like dance or singing or anything that's specific. It just could be creative thought. It's exactly how you feel it to be, what's helped you. So, shall we have a couple of minutes? Write down some ideas. Right, I don't know if that's enough time, but it would be great if people wanted to share. If they feel like they want to share, maybe I will start and I will say that it's film, of course. Film is the thing that's helped me so much in my recovery and my life. Um, and it's because it's just magic. I can just go to another place in my head when I go into film mode, and I love it. I can't imagine life without it. Does anybody else want to share?
Can I come in after you there, Maddie? It's Simon. I
Yeah.
think film. Yeah, watching it sort of in my sobriety and appreciating good film and recognizing crap film equally. I think because I'm from a creative background anyway, so I really do appreciate the good film. Because I wrote down sound. We do some sound therapy at our place, and I've been to sound baths before, and
Yeah.
amazing. And I think not going too dark. I think once sort of they say a door is opened, it's always open to that, and really, really going into those different levels of sound and then the different resonances with sound. And that's just, I find that sort of that all that creative healing really fits with me. And because I'm from a creative background in my previous life, what makes it even better is that I can still appreciate it in my sobriety. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? So if it's like back in the day, sort of like commercial art and design, it was just pub at lunch, pub after work, yeah. But I can still, I'm really pleased that I can still appreciate various art forms in my sobriety, i.e., not whatsoever any triggering situations there. So yeah, so like an amazing subject, amazing sort of thing to conjure up, and it's a nice space. And also video editing. How therapeutic is video editing? Yeah,
Love it.
amazing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah, and you know, and I love that the sound baths and all the sound.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
Yeah. Because I actually recorded our sound bath once, and then doing the post production on that was just the best time I've ever had. It was like I was just that you sort of can fall into it, like just the sound of the sound bath and also those techniques in editing the film together. It was amazing. It was like it's huge therapeutic.
Thank you, Simon. Does anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I can go.
Alex?
Yeah. Sorry, Simon, where are you from?
Leicester, dear Albert.
Dear Albert, sick, cool.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
get in touch.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, I've noticed, I've really found that the pre-production in filming or doing plays or whatever, absolutely love it. The writing and exploring sort of the metaphors which you can link towards sobriety or recovery sort of thing and addiction and this, that, and the other. I absolutely love that. Everything pre-production's really, really good. And I need to sort of fall in love with the post-production editing sort of thing because I know it is there, but at the moment I haven't got that zing for it. I know it will come, but I'm absolutely loving the pre-production and speaking and working with people. Because when I was in super addiction, I didn't want to be around anyone. Just wanted to close the door, and be on my own. I'd still write, crap, which didn't make a lot of sense. But now I love collaborating with people and just exploring different worlds and different creative worlds in everyone's head and bringing it together. It's just flipping awesome. Really, really good. And it sort of cements my place in the world as well, where it didn't feel like a sort of belonged or fit in or whatever. Now I like myself now and I back myself and I back other people and I want to move forward with everyone. It's like I don't want to be a leader, I don't want to be left at the back. I want everyone to move forward and just create awesome stuff.
Thanks, Alex. That's
I
great.
don't know what it does.
Amazing, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Anybody else? Joe, do you want to share or you?
I guess for me it's also just film and editing.
Yeah.
Because editing can be a bit stressful, but when it all comes together, it is really just nice. And yeah.
There's lots of filmmakers in the house tonight, eh? Nikki, how about you?
Yeah, I've been involved with the Detox Factor for a couple of years now, and what I found is in early recovery, because we all know recovery is such hard work, and to go to a place where people like come to life and they're so creative, and it's a hub of activity and everything. And I find that when we start a new project and we all coming up with ideas together and sparking off one another, it's just electric and it's so exciting. Really exciting, and I've worked with Alex quite a few times, and when we're beginning of projects, we're all coming up with different ideas, and Alex thinks outside the box anyway. It's just brilliant. Love it.
Thanks, Nikki. You know what? I haven't asked Demi. Demi, I haven't included you. Do you want to speak or are you okay?
I just heard all of you are so professional and just like quite technical regarding creative healings, and I haven't written down. But I'll just, for me, I was just thinking about, I'm still in very early stage of recovery, and I really find cleaning and reorganizing furnitures help me, and especially I think when I design how the room should look like, I always want to refer to what my parents taught me. And when I do my cleaning, do everything, I think about how they will judge me. And it's really in this process I learn to do my own cleaning, organize the room that I like and change them all the time. And I really start to find myself in it. It's a lot more superficial than you.
It's quite deep, huh? Yeah. Thanks, Demi. That's lovely. I can't see Imam. I can't see Imam on the screen. Do you want to share something?
Oh, hey, can you not hear me? Am I here? Can you see me?
Yes.
No?
Would you like to share something?
Yeah. So I would say my creative healing is mainly painting. So I do tend to paint in my own spare time. Um, yeah, and I also say that music has always been somewhat of a creative healing, as I like to just process emotions. I like to distract myself a little bit. And yeah, I would say that would be my creative healing. Also, maybe journaling a little bit as well, just writing down my feelings and all that. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Do you want to share, Rob? Or
Yeah, of course. So one thing that we like to do at AdFam with family members is writing, and particularly like kind of writing a letter to your family member, and that's something that I've kind of used myself as well, and I think it gives you lots of freedom to express your feelings and be creative about what you want to say and how you want to get that across. So I think yeah, writing, you can kind of go anywhere with it. Even, you don't have, if it's a letter, for example, you don't have to publish it, you don't have to send it, but it's just your way of kind of expressing how you're feeling.
lovely. Thanks, Rob. That's great. Right, because the next question is dun, dun, dun. It's is it film genres? I always get that wrong. I think it's the next one. So just thinking about these ideas that we've all talked about, and there's so many film genres that we could use, aren't there? And I really encourage you to explore your imagination on this one. Me and Demi were looking at these earlier, and it was like, I don't know if we've ever had a romantic comedy or, or romance. Maybe Rob would know. But like zombie, that's interesting. Maybe not slasher. I didn't see that one before. But we have documentary, we have drama, fantasy, and animation. We've had quite a few really amazing animation films in as well. So get really creative, I would say. Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
Right, here we go. So ideas for my film. What is my film about? Okay, so you've all identified something there, like an object or an activity. So I think that's probably going to be the topic of your film. So what do you want to say about it? And you've already said it. If I was recording you all, I could play that back to you, and that would give you a really good idea of what your film's going to be about. So, who is in the film? Are you going to be in it? Or is it going to be other people? And I think it's really important to think about anonymity and whether we're in the right place in our recovery to be on film. And also the other people around us. So, like people, like maybe our family or our work, how's it going to affect us? So, if we're going to be on screen, at the same time, it's so important that we share our stories and own them and be proud of where we are. So then we have what genre will I use? And then the design and look of my films. There's so many different types of films. Like they can have like a cartoony type thing, or you could have like a kind of slightly dark, kind of dystopian, like Blade Runner type thing. What style will I shoot in? By that I meant like, are you going to shoot like close up maybe, or is it going to be like long shot? Are you going to use different shot sizes and the framing? Um, and then that kind of leads into, am I going to use voiceover? So if I don't want to be in it, shall I use my voice? Shall I? Or I might even be singing. Who knows? Maybe I won't be speaking. And will I use music? Love that music. Thanks, Demi. So, okay, so moving on then, pre-production. We have to have some kind of idea about what we're going to make, and this is the planning stage. When I have an idea, I usually I write down the idea, and then if it's drama, I get some idea of the characters and maybe a bit about the dialogue. And on our website, You have there a script template.
Oh,
Yeah, there's also
I didn't know that was there.
yeah, there's also a storyboard template. So like
Oh, that's good.
yeah, drawing in what the different sequence
Uh-huh.
is going to be, and then
Yeah.
there's also shot types as well. So long shot, close up, two shot, shoot from up, shoot from down. Yeah, so we have to have some kind of plan about how we're going to make the sequences rather than like say just turning up somewhere and then how do I do this? So
Yeah.
it's on our website if you want to use that. Mood boards I love. You can do them online, and Canva's a really good place. You can do it's free. Canva's a really good design tool. You can do pitch decks on there as well. But mood boards are great because you can get real sense of feeling about what the film's going to be like. So if it's going to be like kind of I don't know, like Lego. What did you say, Rob? The Lego film. I don't even know what it looks
The Lego
like.
movie, yeah.
Is it very colourful, for instance?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can imagine what your mood board. I can imagine what your mood board would look like for that. It's getting images. As I said, you can do that online, or you can do it physically on the wall. Just like put them on the wall. Just things that resonate and give you a feeling about the film and what you're going to say, and colours you might want to use. Yeah, so that's mood boards, and there's the link for Canva if you want to. We'll send you this afterwards, though. Okay, production. Dun, dun, dun. Shooting on your smartphone. If you are shooting on your smartphone, I probably don't need to say this, but we always shoot landscape. If you need like more of a visual guide, you can set bars in your settings. There will be bars. Um, across the screen. So obviously most of these cameras shoot 4K, and they also can have like cinematic filters. So how do you want the film to look? Do you want it to be 4K? Or do you want it to be 1080 HD, which is a step down, so you won't get so much detail? And I think there's a difference between them, and it's for me maybe a bit like the difference between a vinyl and a CD. That's a really old-fashioned thing to say, but always clean your lens cloth. I haven't got tissue, but if I did, I'd be cleaning my lens cloth. We all know how to autofocus on these, and I think we'll go on to the next page, please, Demi. So yeah, so of course you can use the front lens, and you can also use the internal camera. So if you don't have anybody who's going to film you, you can just film yourself talking about your creativity and your recovery and how it helps you like that. Try and keep the shot steady. So it's really difficult to do that sometimes. So I always keep my elbows close to my body, and that's like a really good. If you haven't got like a tripod, or you don't need a tripod or a gimbal, because if you've got a bookcase, that will work too. As I said earlier, framing, just go for some really different shots if you feel, if that's what you want your film to be. Sorry, I'm not dictating. I think it'd be great to like experiment and have fun. Always overshoot rather than undershoot, because that will give you lots of material and different shots to choose from. You might film it and then get it back and think, oh my gosh, there's another film in here. Wasn't the one I was imagining. And cutaways, I'm not going to cover. I don't think we really need to cover them. There's a couple of links at the bottom: how to make a movie on iPhone and how to make stop animation video, which is really easy and it looks great. Thanks, Demi. So here's some equipment that you don't need. But if you did have like the gimbal, I'm sure you all know, tripod, that's a shooting rig, that's a universal clip. I want to say that we don't need to be working with professional cameras, because it's not really about that. It's about your story. That's what's important. Sound is important though. That is really important. If you are shooting on a smartphone and you're doing an interview, the phone would have to be quite close to the person if you were using the internal mic. So, and obviously if there's noise around you, that's not really going to work. Here's an example. I have two types. That's a wireless mic on the left, and that's also a wireless mic on the right. Times have changed. And you can get these fairly cheaply, but I'd say if you're working in a group with other people, some people might have these already. So like share your resources, share the camera. If one person's got a smartphone and it's better than the one you've got, you can use that. So there we go. Sound is really important. Editing, right? Anybody can edit. Anybody can make a film also. And CapCut is obviously a really popular one that people use to edit social media videos. iMovie is very easy to use. I still edit on iMovie. If I'm doing like a rough cut something, I just put it on iMovie. It's brilliant. And I'd say with this as well, if you don't feel confident editing, get someone else in your group or somebody around you to do it with you. As long as like you're choosing the shots, this is what I want, you're the director, this is your story. You can do that. You can get someone else to edit it with you. Yeah, so that's editing. Finally, copyright-free music. So as I said earlier, make sure with your films that everything is cleared footage. And obviously music is a biggie. It's a big one. Here's some free music sources that you can use, but the best thing is to have a musician friend. I think Alex will know all about that, and ask them if you can use their track and get written permission, and then bingo.
Sorry, just while you're on music, so I've got permission off this piece of music that I want to use. Do we need written permission as well then for you?
You need written permission. You need written permission from them. We're gonna.
Will a message be all right?
Sorry?
Would a message be all right? Like in a WhatsApp message saying, yeah, that's fine.
Let's discuss that, Alex. Because I'm just gonna go through the sort of guidelines, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's not that I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Because if you put an uncleared piece of music on, if it goes on any public domain media, it would get blocked immediately. It won't play. So
yeah,
as you well know, I'm sure. Anyway, last page. Good luck, and remember, anybody can make a film. And please read the full competition rules on our website. And there are our wonderful steering group, Phoenix Futures, Turning Point, Project 6, AdFam, our Rob, and Way Through. This year, Sobriety Films is being supported by Islington Council. That's the Drug and Alcohol Services, so we're very thankful to them. So we'll send you this so that you can sort of have a look at it if this is helpful. If you could bear with me, I think we should just quickly look at the rules and guidelines. Now, some of you would have done this already because you've already submitted films. So the competition information is on the back page. I did notice there's a couple of typos in this that I need to get changed, so I apologise. So there is a 500 prize for the top 3 entries. First place will receive £250 in vouchers, second 150, and third 100. Films have to be a maximum length of 3 minutes long, and they have to be linked to the theme. If you send in a film that's not about the theme, so you need to upload your films to YouTube, and they need to be hidden from the public view with a password. We have to have active email addresses so that we can correspond with you.
Yeah.
Because if you disappear, then we're like, oh no. Especially if you win, then we'll be in trouble. All films must feature appropriate content and imagery. Okay, what does that mean? So that means no clear images of children under 18 are to be used in any film without parental consent. No clear or explicit images of drug or alcohol use are used to be in any film, because this is quite triggering, not necessarily the message that we want to give, which is like recovery.
Yeah.
And we've all been there and we don't need to be reminded. So all films must not breach copyright law, again, in particular, music, game footage, or images or video footage. There's stock footage, which I didn't put in that. You can get stock footage on Pixabay. Pixabay has stock footage, but please don't make the whole film with stock footage though. The closing date is the 31st of August. And then if you are entry submitted by anyone under 18 or featuring anyone under 18 not accompanied by a consent form signed by their parents will not qualify for the competition. Films submitted must meet all the terms and conditions, guidelines, and official rules to qualify for the competition. So the judges, they're going to be looking for, their selection criteria is going to be about an excellent creative idea, an excellent craft or execution, and the theme. And as I said before, it's really about your story and how you tell it. It doesn't have to be a super duper film, like incredible production values. It's more about you telling your truth. Right, so I'm going to scan down here. We do shortlist 10 films, not 15. That's right, isn't it, Rob? So the guidelines, it's only open to residents of the UK. Got submissions there, 3 minutes, we know that. In English, please, or with English subtitles, although I think it would be amazing to do a Chinese film with English subtitles, Demi. And then you've got to submit the link to your film, paste it into the, so it's an online form. Entries can be pre-existing material created by the participant. And also, this I found out, I didn't know before, Alex asked me, can you put more than one film in? And apparently, yes, you can.
Oh.
So, but I don't know if you win 1, 2, 3, that wouldn't be fair, would it? Yeah, so we need your full names, we need a brief description of the film, telephone number and email. This is important, this confidentiality and media consent. I told you about, we all know that stigma exists, and we have to think about whether or not we're safe to be filmed, or, whether the people that we love, people who support us, know that we're in recovery, or that we're trying to get into recovery or maintain a recovery. So you really need to think carefully about this. Do my friends and family know? Do I feel comfortable? And at the same time, it's so important that we share our stories. So we will use the images, that it will be used in publicity materials. So you need to read this and understand, and is that okay for you? I'm gonna let you read the rest of it, and you can download competition terms here and media consent, and then you can submit your film. There we go. The tickets will be available in August, and it's going to be a public event.
Yeah.
Are there any questions? Alex, I know you want to say something.
Yeah. When does the shortlist get announced? Is there a date on that?
That's a good question, Rob. Can you?
So previous years, it's shortly after the closing date. The entries will kind of get whittled down into the shortlist, and then they're kind of put up onto YouTube. So I think in the past, we've had the kind of YouTube shortlist available before the event, so people can watch the films, and then there's the actual screening at the event itself. Because part of it is so previous years also trying to encourage other people to host screenings as well and to show
Yeah.
the films. So don't just want them to be shown at that one event. Want them to be kind of watched far and wide. So yeah, so keen to kind of as soon as we can, I guess, after the competition closes and after the actual shortlist has been established.
Yeah, because that's what we do in Leicester, part of Recovery Month. We have our Recovery Festival in Leicester. So
Yeah.
previously we've had your tent off you and we've put it in the streets of Leicester, but now we've got our own facility. It was really good last year because it was available online. Part of our Friday afternoon social we have Friday afternoons. We had this. We had it just on loop in the theatre area, so people
Oh,
come into the
cool.
cafe for a bit of a social
Yeah.
event. There's live music going on, and you go in the other room, you go in the other theatre area, and it's just on a loop. So that worked really
That's
well.
wicked.
Yeah,
That's brilliant, Simon.
yeah,
And
yeah. And then Joe this year, I'll to be on there as well, Joe. Yeah,
Let's hope.
yeah, absolutely. Well,
or maybe not.
people can still do screenings. That's right, up
Yeah.
until the event.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I would love to do live streaming from the event in London. I don't know whether it's going to be possible, but I am trying to organise it because I'm hoping that we're going to get entries from like all over the UK. And if people can't come down, then they may have to zoom in.
Mm.
So how big's the theatre? I think you said this before as well. And how much are the tickets? You know.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well, Alex. Something about tickets. The tickets they're going to be available in August. So because they're public tickets, we're going to save a block for obviously for organisations or individuals who've submitted films. We won't let them go to everybody, and there's also going to be quite a few people from the London community there and Islington as well. That's Demi's borough. Demi's Islington.
Representative.
Representative of Islington.
So did I hear that right? If you get this, if you make the shortlist, you can go to the tickets are complimentary. Is that what you're saying, Maddie? No.
It's free.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it a free event anyway?
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely free. You know, we want everybody to come, and it's for families. You know, it's for everybody. Don't want any barriers around that.
Yeah.
Around money.
Maddie, what was I should know this already, but the capacity of the venue?
We have 200 seats.
Okay. Yeah. There should be plenty of space because I think previous years it's been about 100. So yeah, there'll be lots of space to go around.
Yeah, it's a fantastic venue as well, London Screen Academy. It's a sixth form that it's for creative young people who might not be getting on very well in school. So it's very inclusive and community orientated, but it's got excellent screening facilities. And then we're going to have a lovely party. So it'll be great.
Okay.
And breathe. I've got a question actually for Rob. Rob's here. It's very handy. Rob, if somebody's lived experience was friends and family, how would you ask them to approach it? Is there a different way that you would?
I think we've always encouraged families to embrace the competition and get involved in the same way, and it's about their story, their experience, and yeah, I think very much the kind of theme applies to them as well. So yeah, I'd be keen to encourage families in exactly the same way, really. Yeah.
Such an important story, friends and family, and they're often forgotten.
Yeah.
And also it's also open for people who support us, people who support people like us who may suffer with addiction. Yeah. Okay, everybody, it's wonderful to see you, and thank you, Demi. Thank you for assisting me, and yeah, good luck, everybody. Go make some amazing films.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Okay.
Cheers, Maddie.
Yeah. See you all later. It's lovely to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Maddie. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.